Hi guys, and welcome back to the Football Hacker King channel. This is for the weekend, starting today the 8th of November, going across Saturday and Sunday. Here are some of my Football Hacker picks for the weekend. Had a really good weekend last weekend. I really want to follow it up this weekend. As always, these are just my selections. Don't always take it as read. Sometimes you might want to take it on the draw no bet. Sometimes you just might have a gut feel about a selection. I'm going with this. I always put my money where my mouth is. So this is my bet. There's a couple off the bottom I'll cover off as well. I've also got some other hackers that are running separately as well. So what I try to do is mix and match it up, because what you don't want is one team to let you down for all of your hackers for the weekend. But let's get into it. So the first one is Wolves v Southampton. So this is a tricky one, and this is one that I've added to this one, but I'm not going to put it on my other bets. Wolves have been okay, but they're lingering at the bottom of the Premiership. Southampton as well are at the bottom, but they have probably done better over the last few games. I just can't see Southampton getting an away win here, which is why I've got Wolves to win on the draw no bet. I think it's going to be a tight one, but I could see Wolves winning this maybe 1-0 or 2-1. The next one is Brighton and Man City. As you can see, Man City, the odds are quite low on this. I think it will come in on both teams to score. I just couldn't call this either way. Brighton have been really good in the league this year, scoring a lot of goals. Man City are going through a slump at the moment. They didn't do well in Europe during midweek. They might be a little bit fatigued from that, although they have a lot of players to call on. It could be that they have a bounce back, but either way, I think we're going to get both teams to score. So I think this is a pretty good selection. The next one is Sunderland versus Coventry. Now, this one could be a banana skin, and I'll tell you why. Sunderland are doing really well in the league, and Coventry have not been doing very well. Although everyone will agree that Coventry have probably been performing below what they were expected to do this season. So it's one of those where you kind of wonder, are Coventry going to come back? They had a really good game midweek, or was it the beginning of the week, against Middlesbrough, where they won 3-0. They also beat Sunderland 3-0 in December last year. So it's one of those where you think, could there be an upset on the cards? I still think Sunderland will come through, but I put it on the draw no bet just to be safe. Still really good value, 1.55. It's about 2.10 on to take Sunderland on the nose, and it did make me think that's tremendous value for an informed team, and maybe the bookies are thinking the same thing, that this could be a slip up. So just be careful of that one. The next one is Fiorentina versus Verona. Again, another loss in midweek here for Fiorentina. And you kind of think, well, is that going to trip them up? Are they going to start having bad form? I don't think so. I think they'll pull through and get the win here. You always have to be a little bit careful when they've played midweek. You kind of think, will there be some fatigue there? But I really think that Fiorentina will get this. That's why I've got them on the nose. The next one is Derby County against Plymouth. Now, neither of these teams are really setting the League One on fire here, but I do think that Derby County are better at home than Plymouth are away. I can see it being quite tight, which is why I've gone for a little bit of extra value and gone for under 3.5 goals here. The next one is for Milton Keynes versus Swindon Town. So MK Dons, again, have been doing reasonably well, and are in 8th position versus Swindon Town in 22nd. They've also won the last 3 games in a row, MK Dons. So that's the reason I've got them here. Do I trust them enough to put them on the nose? Probably not. That's why I've gone for draw no bet. The next one is Birmingham City. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. It's fairly self-explanatory. Birmingham are doing really well in the league this year. There's no surprises really that they're I think they're second at the moment in the league, just shy of Wickham, who are storming. But they've invested a lot of money into the team. They've got a lot of money behind them in the ownership group, and they're getting the results that they need. So I fully expect them to get the win here this weekend. The next one here, we've got Leeds versus QPR. I've got Leeds to win. Very similar story in terms of Leeds are at the top of the table. I think they're in second or third, and they're playing their opponents, Queen's Park Rangers, who are in 22nd. QPR just don't have very much going forward. So it wouldn't surprise me with Leeds and the way their defence is playing at the moment that they get another win to nil here. I got it in last week. It wouldn't surprise me if it came in this week. You could always add that to get a bit of extra value. But I'm going for Leeds on the nose here. The next one is Marseille versus Auxerre. Now, this is on Friday night. Always be a little bit careful of Friday night selections. It caught me out last week. Marseille are doing really well. They got a good result during the week. I think they'll get this, but it wouldn't surprise me if Auxerre get a goal or potentially a draw here. If you wanted a bit of extra value, I could see this ending up Marseille 2-1, 3-1 maybe. I've gone for them on the nose, but I'm not going to put them in all of my ACCAs because I feel this could be potentially a bit of a slip up. I still think that they're going to come away with at least a draw here. So my next selection is Marseille. I've also got Watford here versus Oxford. Again, I think Watford haven't been doing too badly actually in recent games. They've won 5 of their last 6. They're in 7th at the moment versus Oxford, who are in 16th. So I think they'll get something from this game. I've got them on the draw no bet. They'll probably get the win here, but I've gone draw no bet just to be safe. The other ones that are not quite on my selection up here are Wycombe. As I said before, Wycombe are first at the moment. They're playing away from home, so I've got them on the draw no bet, but I do expect them to win that game. You can get pretty good value. I think it's about 1.5, 1.6 for that one. So that's also on this ACCA. In addition to Barcelona, who are also playing away from home against Real Sociedad. Normally that would be a little bit of a tricky tie, but Real Sociedad haven't been playing the best football. Barcelona, on the other hand, that they're looking like a top team. I wouldn't mind putting a bet on for them to win the Champions League at the moment because I just think that they are the best team out there at the moment. So that wraps up my ACCA. At the moment, it's about 70 to 1 on all of these selections, which means it's about a £350 return off a £5 bet. So those are my selections. Good luck. Let me know what you think in the comments. Any other selections you think might come in this weekend? Another potential I've just thought of, Chesterfield at home is another one you could put in there. But there are plenty of other selections, and I'll let you know there might be another ACCA I put up as well. And let's wish us all good luck.